All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, just want to welcome all you guys back to the KevCAM Night School here. Wait for a couple more people to file in here, and for those of you that haven't been to the night school before, what we do is we use GoToWebinar, and what we do is everybody is currently on mute, and that's just to eliminate any background noise or anything like that. Tonight I have Mr. Steve Welsh, our Central Time Zone Account Manager, to help out with any questions that come up. So,
hi. Yep. Hello, everyone. Glad to see you in attendance, and we appreciate your time for sure.
So definitely ask as many questions as possible. Then you can bombard Steve, and he'll get all flustered.
Yeah, that's right. I'll answer the simple ones. We'll leave the more detailed and tougher ones to the expert, which is Mr. Rankle.
Yeah. So. No, and I just like I said, Steve said, you know, I just want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day. With that being said, let me pull up our PDF here for. So what we've done is we kind of threw it at you guys for ideas. I know some of you have submitted ideas to me already, and we're kind of doing a little contest just to get more ideas in there, and you know, let us know what you guys want to see and what you guys want me to teach for you to be more, you know, more improved in your SolidCAM skills. So definitely shoot me an email, and what we'll do is we'll just pick one winner a week and get a free hat and t-shirt. And our winner last week was James, and the winner this week is Vern, but I don't see Vern in here, so we'll have to let him know a different time here. But like I said, you know, if you guys have any ideas, shoot them over to me in email. Let me get you my email address here for everybody, and I will put it into the GoToMeeting chat section.
That is pretty nice too. It's an embroidered a hat, and it's not just a kind of a silk screened or cheesy hat. The hats are really pretty nice, don't you think, Kev?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep, you bet. And like I said, James, you should be getting your hat and t-shirt shortly. So, so I put my email address into the chat section. Hopefully everybody can see that. Now, if you guys do have questions, there is a questions pane. Just shoot your question in there. Don't hesitate to ask it. Steve will try to answer it, and if he can't answer it, he'll tell me to shut up, and we'll address it right then and there. So totally laid back, up to you guys. You know, just want to make this a good learning experience for you, and like I said, I appreciate the time out of your night to listen to me and Steve banter back and forth about SolidCAM and training you guys.
Perfect. Perfect.
One other thing I want to tell you guys about, for those of you that are new, all the KevCAM night classes are on my YouTube channel. So if you guys want, just go to, you can type in KevCAM. The channel is called SolidCAM University. Hit the subscribe button, then it will get you all the updated ones. I will put the link to this also into the GoToMeeting chat here. Just want to make sure, can everybody see my screen right now? Somebody just wants to tell me yes. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Rick. All right, so let's get the ball rolling. So what we are going to be covering tonight is templates and how to use templates, what are templates, and how templates can make your life so much easier, especially if you guys are programming similar stuff all the time. Let's pull up the SolidWorks here. Okay, so what do? We have just a standard part here. What templates are is every time you guys open up an operation, it doesn't matter what operation, all these default values in here is basically a template. So like right now we don't have anything under geometry, nothing under tool. We do have a couple clearance and safety distance automatically put in there for us. You'll notice if I hit the rough, it automatically puts a 5 thou wall offset in there. This is all a template here, and these are fully customizable for your liking. So, you know, maybe you guys come into your link section and you don't want the standard arc in there. You guys can just put none. So this really is to customize how you guys program, and there's several different ways I'm going to show you guys of taking advantage of this. We're going to cover standard templates, and then we'll cover process templates. Now the difference between the two, go ahead.
I was just going to chime in, Kev. Just a couple other things to think about, guys. In working with customers, I've seen them set up templates for certain materials. I've seen them set up templates for certain machines, certain tools. What I find is a lot of times parts are somewhat similar, and you're always kind of using the same strategy, maybe in a facing maneuver or pocketing or whatnot. This can really jumpstart getting a program done. So why do the same things over and over? Create a template, use that as a jumping off point, and then fine-tune from there. So,
yeah, excellent point.
Just my
no. You know, like Steve was saying, this part right here is actually a customer's part. He was cutting it out of stainless steel, but he also makes common parts like this that he's going to want to use the same features in aluminum and steel. So we'll go over those templates and show you the difference, and then hopefully get a really good grasp on it, so you guys can set up your own templates. And take advantage.
Parts faster.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the whole reason for templates, is just to make you guys more proficient at programming. So, so let's say we just want to do a standard template with your profile, and you guys, no matter what, every time you wanted to do a rough leaving, let's say 10 thou on the wall, and you always want to do a step down of maybe 25 thou. And anytime you guys start I'm getting a little deep here. This can be saved out as just a standard template. And what I mean by that is, if I just hit save right here, we'll just say profile 2.5D. So what I can do is I can include the tool data, even though I don't have any tool picked. Hit OK, and that's going to save a template out. So now, when I come in here, instead of doing adding operation, you can come over here and add an operation from template. And we can come in here and, what the heck did I name that one again? Was it profile 2.5D?
Yep.
Oh, let me go back here. I missed one checkbox for you guys here. Operation template, go down to profile. Now, right here, this little checkbox. Now, if you had named that a certain name, that name will also pop up there. So when you guys pick a new profile operation, it just says profile with contour, blah, blah, blah. Pretty blah. Doesn't really tell you much information. So if you guys put your name in there, it will grab that for you. So if you hit OK here, now it's asking, what do you want to use that profile operation for? If you guys have multiple different geometries, you can just actually hit OK right here. And now when I go to my technology, you'll see it automatically put my 10 thou wall offset in there. It automatically put my 25 thou step down using my one finish pass. And it also turned off my lead in and lead out. A lot of you guys will notice, I know a lot of you guys are probably at home right now, but when you guys get to work tomorrow, if you guys just open up your profile operation, no matter what, if you just come right to your link page, you'll see that there's already a lead in and a lead out there. So if you guys don't like that, definitely create a template out of that. Now, we can use these templates for absolutely everything. Now, if this is something that you guys want to use all the time, so no matter what, anytime you guys ever do a profile operation, you want it to use that template, easy enough. What we'll do is we'll just close out this part real quick. Go to your tools, SolidCAM, and SolidCAM settings. And what we'll do is we'll come over to our templates. And right here is where all your default templates are. Right when you guys do a fresh install, all these will be checked with different templates that just come with the program. Me personally, I don't like, you guys have been working with me long enough, I liked my stuff the manual way, not the automatic way. So I turn all that stuff off, but with the profile here, I can just hit the checkbox for the profile, and I can come in here and grab my profile 2.5D, which is, let's see, where are we going here? Let's see, should be in here. going to make a liar out of myself here. Okay, let's open that part back up here. All right, so do a template. Oh, here's what I got going on, guys, is my template location is actually set to a different location. So what I'm going to do is open this bad boy up again here. Actually, we'll just start fresh. Delete. And this is something that you guys don't have to worry about, but for tech support, being since we get all of your guys' parts and stuff like that, I have to change around my settings quite often. So just give me 2 seconds here. I'll put our technology back at rough, 0.025, and we'll put our wall offset back to 10 thou. And let's go to the link, and I'll just put none, and we'll do a save. And I got to browse to my location where I have my tables, and this is located in your tables inch templates folder. And like I said, I have 2 different areas set up here, and that's just because they're using tech support and I get your guys' parts all the time. So okay, so now what we'll do is we'll name this profile 2.5D. Okay, so now hit OK. Now that's saved, oops, we can close out of this part here and go back to our settings. Click on templates. Now what I'm going to do is you'll see my profile of 2.5D KevCAM. So when you set it up in your templates in your directory, all your new CAM parts that you create from here on out will automatically default to this profile. So we're going to have our 10 thou wall offset using a 25 thou step down with no lead in or lead out. You can do this for all operations. Now the only thing is, if you guys are trying to you add your templates in here and you go back into an existing part, those will not update because then it's built into the local settings and not the global. So get these all set up, and any new part you create from here on out is going to have these templates. So, and you have a whole slew of them here. So, you know, basically the 2.5D stuff is kind of in that first page right here. iMachining, see a lot of people change that, and I'll actually show you guys an iMachining change. 3D milling, 3D HSR, or for roughing out your part, HSM. Get over here. HSS, multi-axis. The HSS I use a lot. I have everything turned off right now, but I use a lot because there's a lot of things in there that when you guys use like HSM, there is the little checkbox to trying to think here, adaptive curve, and I always uncheck that. I just don't like the way it looks. I get a little bit nicer toolpath, so I uncheck that one and create that as a process template or a regular template. So any HSM has that automatically turned off. Like I said, if you guys are going through and every time you start a new HSS operation or anything like that, make sure you save it out, and then you guys won't have to ever change that again. So multi-axis machining, so the 4 and 5 axis, and I think we have turning. I'm trying to think the one I was looking for. Oh, the probe. This is also another big one for those of you guys that have the probing. So it automatically pulls in that the correct Renshaw probe in there. You don't have to import that tool into your tool libraries. It's going to pull it in automatically for you guys. So, any questions on the default settings right here, guys? Because like I said, this is going to be a big time saver for your defaults here. I think looks like we're good here. So now let's go back to our part here, and we'll kind of go through some examples. Does anybody have any questions on just the templates by itself, on how they work or how they can optimize you guys, your stuff? I think we're good here.
Kevin, when you had that one window up, can you put multiple templates of the same type under, say, profile? Just
nope.
One.
Nope, it's just going to be one template. So okay. If you guys do have multiples, and like Steve was saying for the different materials, you know, I'm actually going to show you that right here, as we'll actually have a template set up for aluminum, and we'll have a template set up for stainless steel. So, you know, that we can't have multiple templates. It just needs one. But then what we do is, you know, once we know if this is our aluminum part, just come over here, add our operation from template. You can pull the template in from right here, or when you guys are actually in a operation, you can actually load the template from right here. So you'll see the template, and like I said, it's going to my wrong location here, but you can actually load the template that way too. So a couple different ways of loading them. Same thing with saving them out. You can save them right here as template, or you can, once we get some toolpath on, you can actually right-click on the operation and say Save to Template. So this particular customer, he was cutting this out of stainless steel, and this part is pretty large, 12 inches by 12 inches. Really doesn't have much to relate to the templates, but I figured it was a good opportunity to show you guys how to start using your templates. So he didn't want to do a pocket out of here just because it's stainless steel, a lot of cut time. I mean, even though we can use iMachining, it was just too much cut time for him. So what we did is use a 3/8 inch drill and go here. Throw a negative delta in there. And we'll do a rough, and we'll leave like 30 thou. Now, what we did for him is we did the plunging option. For those of you guys aren't familiar with the plunging option, it's a real nice feature. Basically, it's doing drills all the way around, so it can slug that out. Drill bits are much easier, cheaper. They cut through the material much faster just doing it straight down. So let's just do a G83 with a step down of 0.05. Okay. And our link, we're going to set this to none. And so now we have our plunging going down. See how high our rapids are? Come over here to your levels right here, and let's just change our clearance level to 0.2. Save a little bit of time. Get those down there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a solid verify and check my spacing. You guys can set your spacing in there. What I found is it's much easier to watch it in the simulation. Just start stepping it through. And let me zoom in here. So it looks like my spacing, I can go much larger over. So what I'm going to do is come to my technology, go to the plunging here, and let's just put this at 0.25. And what that's doing is it's changing the spacing apart. And I know I'm kind of covering a profile operation here and not templates, but just get this all smoothed away for you guys, and then you'll kind of see where it can really benefit here. All right, so that looks about good spacing. I could probably go just a little bit more here. But you'll notice how much tinkering I'm kind of doing right now, trying to get everything lined up exactly how I want it. All right, and that looks about good. Like I said, just drilling it out. So if we play this all the way through, basically what it's going to do is it's going to get to the end. You'll do that final drill, and that slug will just drop straight down instead of using a standard profile or a pocket operation. He actually tried using the profile operation using the helical, but he was still just burning up that cutter faster than what he needed, and he was just doing a ton of these parts. So this drilling operation really worked great for the customer. Okay, so that's everything that I am looking for right there. Slug will drop out at that point. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save that template out. And we'll just say profile Plunge, P-R-I, drill. I'm going to include my tool data, and we'll just say for stainless steel. Okay. Now, what I'm also going to do is I'll come in here, and let's just say I'm going to change my feed rates to something much faster. 500 here. And what I'm going to do is also do the save. And I should come down to profile plunge for HSS and or for HSS SS, and I'm going to switch this over to aluminum. Now, let's start over from scratch here. Delete this operation out. Now I spent a few minutes tinkering, getting my spacing all correct, picking my geometry, picking the levels, feeds, speeds, changing the lead outs. So now, like I said, come in here, add operation from template, and we'll do a profile plunge for my aluminum. Hit OK. It's asking what geometry I want to use, so I'm just going to click on my circle, so that way SolidCAM knows what area it wants to machine. If you guys want, you guys can definitely set the depth here. So we'll click it on the bottom of the part, and all you have to do is hit OK. And we have all those parameters that are already set up. So if I come to it has the tool that I wanted to use, has my levels all set up with going 100 thou below, has my wall offset set, roughing, has my plunge set to my step over to 300 thou using my cycles. So now I have created that template. I've basically just created that operation in about 3 mouse clicks versus taking 10 minutes to really fine tune that cut to where I want it. And like I said, if you guys are doing a similar part, you can do the save as up here and make a copy of it. That also works. But if you guys are basically just running the same part right here, instead of creating a whole new project, you can just come over here and then add operation from template, and we'll pick the aluminum for this one. And a green check mark, hit OK. And now I have my template for aluminum. I have my template for steel, and you can see right here the template that it's pulling up right here for you guys. So now, if I wanted to run the same part over and over, I can just suppress one. And this was, oh, looks like I did 2 aluminum. Let's just delete this one here, and we'll do stainless steel. Are you laughing, Steve?
Just a little.
Stainless steel. All right. Okay. And we'll grab our geometry again. Okay, so now we have everything all set up for our plunge pattern that we want to do. Now, if I wanted to cut my stainless steel one, I can just come up here and just suppress my aluminum, and I can just do my stainless steel. Any questions on just the standard templates right here? I mean, now is the time. Definitely ask away, because like I said, I want to get this for you guys set up, or so you guys understand, so we can definitely save you guys a lot of time on your programming. Don't see any questions yet. So
no questions, Kev. Nope.
I must be putting them to sleep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an iMachining one. I'll just grab a Haas here, finish. And where do we go here? Thought I clicked it. Okay, so let's say you guys are using iMachining and you guys always want it, you don't like the 10 thou wall offset that comes in there, or maybe you guys, maybe you guys always want it to start on a different level or whatnot. This is the great spot to come in here. We'll just grab a tool here. and I would just leave the levels alone. And let's say you guys always want it to be defaulted to level 8 with turbo mode. And we always want it to be 5 thou instead of 10 thou. Like I said before, save it out. And I'm actually going to save this in the other location, and I'm going to change it in my settings. Tables, inch, and templates, default, hit OK. I'm going to say iMachining default. I'll just do iMachining here. Okay, hit OK. Now, anytime I create a new iMachining operation, I'm going to set that up in my settings here. And we'll go back down to our templates, click on our iMachining tab, and this is going to be standard iMachining, and it automatically pops in there for me because that's the only one I actually have in there. So, like I said, any new part I create from here on out, if I just start a new project on, now let's just do this part right here, and do Tools, SolidCAM, New Milling. And as I'm kind of opening up this, I'll try to do two things at once here. Not able to multitask very well, but something cool that we guys have coming up for you guys, and I actually just finished it late last night, is for those of you, or can I get a yes, no, do any of you guys know that about the SolidWorks certification test that they have to be a CSWA, CSWP, or CSWE? Anybody out there know about those? Not really. Okay. Yes. Okay, we've got a couple mixed ones here. What we're going to do is we're going to do something similar to that, and I'm just going to show you guys here. On SolidWorks website, under the support tab, you can go to certification. This is a certification test that basically tests your skills. The beginning test is like a certified SolidWorks associate, kind of going through the professional course. They have standard tests in here in the professional area for doing surfacing, sheet metal, weldments, all that stuff. And we've gotten a couple of requests from customers to do that on the SolidCAM side of things. So what we're actually putting together is I just finished up the CSW, or it's going to be CSCA test, Certified SolidCAM Associates. It's an hour-long test, pretty easy part for the beginners, and it's like I said, it's basically set up for beginners that has the Express software. So we're only going to be going over profile, facing, drilling, and pocketing. So just those four. You don't need iMachining if you guys don't have it. And then what we'll do is, just like kind of how SolidWorks does, is we'll post it online. So let me just go back one screen here, and if I go to certification centers, and let's just do a search right here, and you'll see these are people all over the world, but we'll pull up the old United States here. And let's go to good old Minnesota. For those of you guys that don't know, that means Stevie are in Minnesota. And no, we are not Vikings fans. We are Packers fans. Right, Steve?
One of us is.
And, okay, so...
Got a little purple.
Yeah. On our website, let's just do by company name here. On our website, of the SolidCAM website, what we'll do is we'll actually be doing pretty much the exact same thing as what SolidWorks does. Why am I not seeing SolidCAM in here? There we go. Okay, so right here is myself. I've gone through the SolidWorks test. You will have dates on there for you guys of when you guys took the test. It's going to be linked to your LinkedIn profile. And you know, if this is a good spot to kind of advertise, you know, brag about yourself. So like I said, we are going to be adding that to the SolidCAM website right on the main page here of certified users. and you guys can come in here and take the test. And what we're going to be doing is the Certified SolidWorks or SolidCAM Associates test is going to be just basically kind of the express, the basic easy. We're going to do a pro test that's going to be covering HSS, HSM, iMachining, some of the 2.5D stuff, and then the expert test is going to be covering 5-axis and or mill turn, kind of how that works. So, you know, if you guys are interested in that, just let me know, and we're going to be getting that going real shortly. So, kind of went completely off topic there, but okay. So now get our iMachine set up here, and let's grab a VF. Do our aluminum. Yes, Nathan, to answer your question, we will be doing the same test for InventorCAM. And like I said, these are, it's taken me a little bit because there's a lot that actually goes into these tests to get it so it's a, for passing, no passing, you know. With machining, it's really hard because if I hand you guys, you know, we have 20 of us in the webinar here, if I give you this part, you guys are going to program this 20 different ways. So trying to figure out ways to cover every aspect for you guys. It's just taking the meal a little bit longer, but have it all put together for the associates test. So like I said, shoot me an email if you guys are interested in taking this test, and what you guys will actually receive is a full certificate in the mail, or maybe I'm trying to remember. See, are we doing a mail, or are we doing a plaque?
I can't remember exactly. I think that might still be in discussion about what we're going to send out, Kev.
Yeah, you guys will get a real fancy, you know, certificate or plaque saying that you passed and you are certified, so you can have a little bit of wall art in your, you know, in your office. So definitely, it's. I think
good
it's really
for the
cool.
Professional yeah, really good for the professional portfolio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
All right, so come into our 2.5D milling. Finish here, and you'll see it automatically popped up with my iMachining KevCAM template here. So I come in here, it has my tool that I want to use, it has my level set where I left them. Oh, for some reason my level 8 turbo didn't stay. This might have not stayed because I used a different material than what I used here. So you guys will have to use the same material. I think I picked aluminum SS, and this one is 6061 aluminum. Technology is going to be all the same for you guys. So everything that you guys save in here is going to be saved over in your template. So real nice feature. Like I said, if you guys just want to see that, you know, instead of 5 thou being on the wall, being 10 thou or 15, 20, whatever you guys want, save that out as a template, and everything is going to be brought in there. So definitely take advantage of that. So now let's get over to the, back to that same part here. And over here is our basically a 1/4-20 tap. So now what we're going to cover is the process templates. Now the only thing different between a regular template and a process template is you have one or more different operations grouped together. So right here is, like I said, our 1/4-20, and come in here. Now instead of doing add operation from process template, or from operation from template, we're going to do add operation from process template. Let me browse to where I have some here, and I'll show you guys what they'll look like, and then we'll actually create one together for you guys. Tables.
And Kev, I'll just chime in too. Guys, kind of consider this one if you're working with parts that are somewhat similar in nature, and that you only need to program one part, and you can use that process template on a somewhat similar part and just adjust the geometry a shade.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. So I have a couple of templates here. Now, if this is something that you guys are interested in, I can send you guys all my templates. I basically started with some small taps, working our way up to larger taps. So we got, I think our smallest one is a 256. Let's see. Maybe it's just a 440. But I have them all in here. And you guys can change these around how you want. But like I said, this particular one is a 1/4-20. So I'm just going to grab my 1/4-20 right here. I'm going to use my template name, hit OK, and I'm going to grab my 1/4-20 holes, hit the green check mark, hit OK. Now, it automatically grabbed my spot drill, put my spot drill in there, it grabbed my 201 drill, and it grabbed my tap. If I come on here, just do a calculate, and now if we just do a simulate, get that plunge pattern updated here. And see, we do a spot drill, do a drill, and do our tap. And actually that one I have set up to do a peck tapping. And the nice thing is now all my levels are set, so it went all to the correct depth. What I did with my tapping is I set it up as a default length because I know my tap can only tap to a certain depth. You'll also notice when I created this template is I actually went down a little bit deeper with the spot drill, so we have a nice lead in for our tapped hole. So now I just basically tapped all 4 of these holes with just a few mouse clicks versus having to come in here, adding a spot drill, adding a drill, and adding a tap. So now let's just kind of go the reverse way as if you guys have this all created. And one thing I notice in here is in my technology section, I'm actually going to reverse the direction. By doing that, it's going to kind of spot right here, start over here, and then it's going to turn around and do a drill and then come back, and then it's going to do the tap and go back. So we're not wasting that table movement going back to the original start point. So now I have my spot drill, I have my drill, and I have my tap all set up right here. All you have to do is just highlight the ones you want, right click, and create template. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, and Kev, I kind of took it to the nth degree. It really, whatever process or group of operations that you find you're using consistently, obviously those could be put into a process template also, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do default. Okay, and I'm actually going to save over my 1/4-20 just because I wanted it to have that reverse pattern. Like I said, just put your name in there and everything. Make sure you click the include tool data, because if you don't, it's not going to pull your tools in there for you. It's just going to pull up the operation. You guys will have to put your tools in there by itself. But if I include the tool data, hit OK. And now I can come in here, delete these out, add operation from process template. God, I really need to get that changed over here. Go back to my templates here. And now I can grab that 1/4-20, including the name. And this is where it kind of comes, the naming convention comes in nice, so you guys can do, you know, spot drill for the 1/4-20, just so you guys can remember it. And I did that inside the operation. Unfortunately, we cannot do the 1/4. It has to be a underscore. Something to do with the Microsoft that doesn't allow us to do the slashes there. But just hit OK. Like I said, grab your geometry, 1/4-20 tapped holes, hit OK. And now we got our spot drill, drill, and tap all set up. Now for this other one right here is a 1/4-inch ream. So what we'll do is we'll add another one here, and you can kind of see the work that we go through just by adding these individually. So I'm going to grab my spot drill for my 1/4 diameter holes, hit the green check mark, and I'll just use that same tool as 1/2-inch spot drill. My drill depth, I'm going to set that to 0, and I'm going to tell it to go down to a diameter value of, we have 25, and let's just throw a 20 thou chamfer on there for everything. Save and calculate. And so that does my spot drill for my ream. I'm just going to make a copy here, change my tool to a drill. And we'll just call this, let's see, we'll do a 240 drill. Oh, I shouldn't just pull these numbers out here. I'll grab my chart here. And we want to use a 1/4 inch. So let's go with a C drill. So 242. So we got something to ream on there. Hit select. Grab my levels. I'm going to go to the bottom of the part. And we'll just go a minus 0.0, let's do 50 thou. And we'll just do full diameter, and we'll peck it. Now, the pecking, not really related to the templates here, but depending on your post processor, the step down is just going to show you in the Solid Verify. Now, the QPEC is what's actually going to produce it in the G code for you guys. So, you know, if you guys pick, you know, your QPEC is 100 thou, but you go to do a Solid Verify and it's not showing it, it's just because your step down isn't set to the same number. And we'll do a reverse, save and calculate, make another copy here, and we'll grab that reamer, add that ream, 0.25. And that looks good. Hit select. And we'll still go to the same depth right there. Technology, obviously we don't want to do a pecking on the ream. We'll just do a standard G81 there. And we'll unreverse it, save and calculate. So now I have all my operations all set up right here. Now you'll see, like I said, it just says drill number 2. You know, you guys can open it up and rename it, or you guys can right click and do a rename, and we'll just do spot drill for, actually, spot drill 0.25 reamer. We'll do that same thing right here, rename, and we'll just say drill. I'll do another rename on this one. Let's do 0.25 reamer. Okay, so now we have our spot drill, tap. Everything is how we want it. Like I said, just highlight everything here. Come over, create your template. Inch, and I'll go to our templates. And we'll just say 0.25 spot drill ream. And I'm going to include my tool data, hit OK, and now it's in there for good. So I don't ever, if I run across a 1/4 you know, dowel hole that I need to put a dowel pin on, you guys can just grab that template and everything will populate for you. So like I said, just come up here and add from your process template. Let's see, inch. And we'll grab our ream, including the template's name, hit OK. And like I said, once again, just all you have to do is just grab your 1/4 ream holes, hit the green check mark, hit OK, and you have that spot drill, and ream. And all you guys have to do is just highlight everything. You'll see we got the little asterisk there. Just highlight and just do a calculate. And get everything calculated for you, and that's going to ream out your holes. So real nice feature for you guys. And the same thing goes for, you know, if you guys are doing, get these all in check so you can get a little bit better view here. If you guys are doing a lot of, you know, socket-head cap screws, you guys have your countersinks there, you guys can definitely set this up. And like Steve was saying is, if you guys have this whole list of stuff right here, and this is something that you guys do on common parts, definitely save that as a process template. So like this one right here, we can actually do a drill and do a circular interpolation of this hole and using the chamfer. Now we have kind of multiple different geometries kind of going right here, because when you grab a drill geometry, it's just the center of the hole, versus when we do a circular interpolation of there, we need the outside ring. So what we'll do is, actually let's just create one real quick here. Let's get rid of all this other mess here. We'll just do a add drilling. Just grab a spot drill. And that looks good. Now we'll come back with a drill. And I'm not sure what size drill that's actually pulling there. So the nice thing about our tool library is what you guys can do is, if you're not sure on the drill size, you can actually just highlight this field and just click on the edge and it will fill the information in there for you. So hit select. Levels are going to be down to the bottom here. And we'll just go 50 thou past. Packing it out. Hit OK. All right, what do we have left here? Circular interpolate. So come in here, and we'll do a profile. And if I'm moving around too fast with my mouse, guys, let me know, because I get kind of stuck in that rhythm and just moving the mouse everywhere. They do, I wanted to kind of bring this up to you guys, they do have the option to have the mouse, so like as I'm moving around, it's actually highlighted in a yellow ring, or like a yellow circle, and then when I click on it, the yellow gets much brighter. Would that help you guys out at all, or is it fine with what we have? All right, do here. Oh, okay, perfect. Well, if I get moving around the mouse too much, you guys can't follow, tell me. And we'll just use a 3/8" end mill here. Come right here, grab that. Technology, and maybe we just want to do a step down of 25 thou, doing a helical motion, and let's do start from center of geometry. And that should be it. So now, oops, I forgot to calculate this one. So now I have all my stuff there to do this. Let's just do a simulate to make sure it's all correct. Looks good. And what is our diameter here? Okay, so I told it to spot drill all the way to the outside, but my spot drill isn't big enough, so let's just switch that out real quick, just so I can show you guys that it represents. You'll just do a 0.75. Select, and okay, so now let's go to simulate here. Okay, so now we have our chamfer, we have our drill hole, and our circular interpolation for a, what size is this? For a 5/16 blind head machine screw. Now, in our software, we do have this all set up automatically, so it will automatically do the the counter bore with the tool. It will actually pull all these in here using the hole wizard recognition software. But if you guys don't have that package, and you know, if this is a good replacement here. So what we'll do is we'll just highlight everything, create a template, and we'll just say 5 underscore, oops, underscore 16 bolt. Okay, so now let's just go ahead and delete everything here. So we're starting fresh. Come in here, add operation from process template, grab our 5/16, hit OK. And what I'm going to do is my geometry. Actually, I'm just going to leave it blank. So you'll see everything is in red. Basically, when it's in red, it's saying it's missing geometry. So I can come in here and just click center, hit the green checkbox, save and calculate, done. Come over here and same thing, grab that geometry, done. And for the last contour here is grab our geometry, and there we go. So much less work than if you guys would have to go through and manually change all that, or to manually do the circular interpolation. Same thing with the spot drill, everything's set. Now, like I said, with some of the operations, like on this particular one, being since we're using edge geometry and center geometry, you will have to go through and pick it, but you're definitely going to save yourself a lot less mouse clicks by doing it that way versus going through every time, creating that profile operation using the helical, going down 25 thou. So, any questions?
Kev, this might be a stupid question, but if you had kind of a standard hole and maybe the geometry wasn't set, could you still pull a template and then just adjust, you know, the tools?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's kind of a jumping up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way, you know, you at least get a jump start on it. The only thing you have to modify is just a tool. So absolutely.
Yeah.
And with the templates, it will automatically pull the tool in there for you. But if you guys have to modify that tool, it's pulling that tool out of the global library for you guys. And then if you guys need to modify that tool, that just stays local to that library out, or that library in this operation, basically right here. So it won't mess up any of your templates if you guys do change the drill or anything, or the size of it. Everything's all saved up globally. So definitely, if you guys have to modify anything at all, you know, easy enough to do.
Just ask, Kev, because, you know, I have seen guys that will do, you know, really detailed templates. Others just, you know, hey, a standard hole, I'll set up a template with this size, boom, apply that template to a hole, and just quickly change the tool, you know, to match what the geometry is looking like. So,
and another
again, just the go ahead. All right, I was just going to say, you know, again, guys, think of templates as a way to kind of automate mundane tasks for yourself, rather than really having to start from scratch on each and every feature of a new part that's coming at you.
Yeah, absolutely. Another great template to set up for you guys is the chamfer option, because when you guys do a chamfer on a part, if you go to your profile, you know, we click on our geometry. Let's do auto constant here. That you guys are going to grab that same tool every time, you know, for your chamfering. Usually the depths are going to be, you know, pretty close to the same. Like, you know, we were just saying, though, these can be modified as you bring them in there. But coming in here, changing the chamfer to the chamfer option, changing your cut diameter to, you know, something other than, you know, 50 thou is so small, and it's just working on that tip. So definitely bring that out a little bit. But, you know, save and calculate, add that as a chamfer template for you guys. So all you guys, when you guys actually pull up a chamfer part, everything's already set for you for your diameter here. Your chamfer set in your technology section right here. And same thing for your rest machining. If you guys do a lot of rest machining, set that up as a template. So, you know, you guys shouldn't have to come in here and actually use these pull downs. You guys can have these already set up. So, you know, if you guys are doing a constant, set up a template for the constant, set up one for helical. So it comes across that this is the helical's already set up. You already have your step down set up. Everything's already set for you, so you don't have to go through and waste time, you know, picking all that stuff again. So
perfect.
But with that being said, everybody's so quiet tonight. Must have put them to sleep. But with that being said, let's this might be a little bit of review for everybody, but with the Telefriend program, we do have a question. When using a template for drilling, if you use a different thickness material than the template was set up, does it automatically adjust? Yes, it will automatically adjust. Well, I shouldn't say automatically adjust, but when you add a template here or a process template, I'll just grab some of these ones here. Right here, your lower level is actually, once I define something, your lower level, you will get the ability to checkbox it. So it's going to be defaulted to what you save the template out as, but if that depth does change, you can just hit the little checkbox right here, type it in, or hit the browse button to that depth. So great question, James.
No doubt.
All right, so like I said, this might be a little bit review for everybody, but the Telefriend program, cover it real quick. You guys will get a $100 Visa gift card. If you got a buddy down the street that just wants to see some software, just give us a name and phone number. That is it. We'll take care of the rest. You don't have to even contact the guy. You just know him down the street. Like I said, get him in the demo. You guys get $100 cash. If they end up buying, you guys get 20% of that. So, but Steve, got anything else?
Nope. I don't really, Kev.
Okay. If you guys need to use this as reference, this will be on the YouTube channel, like I said, usually about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So you guys can view it again, play it through. And if you guys have any questions at all, definitely give our support line a call. For those who don't have it, that's 866-975-1115 extension 2. Or you guys can shoot me an email, and you guys all have my email address. So.
I'll just reiterate one other time that any ideas anybody has about upcoming classes or whatnot, we'd love to hear them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. The schedule coming up is we have one, let's see, next week we're covering associativity. The week after, think of ideas, because what we're going to do is basically KevCAM 101. You guys tell me what you guys want to see, and I'm going to do it live for you, so be a good learning spot. So if you guys have something that's been bugging you and you can't figure it out, what we'll do is we'll open up the questions right away, and you guys just tell me what you guys want to see or do in the software, and we'll do it live so you guys can kind of learn from that. So, and we also have a lot of great ones. I just updated the website, so a bunch of others that you guys have suggested will be in there. I know some of you guys have supplied me with parts that you guys like to see, so we'll actually use your guys' parts to kind of do that KevCAM class too. So, but that'd be it from my end, and just want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your night to spend again with me here. And I know some of you guys it's late, some of it's still a little early, but for Steve, it's late. He's pretty old.
He's an old guy. But no, I'll say this too. We appreciate everybody's on the call, everybody's business on the call too. Definitely means a lot to us.
Absolutely. So, and look forward to you guys next week, and have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.